Okay, welcome back. So after a few hours of wrenching, I just wanted to show you some of the things that I've since discovered about the bike. As you can see, I took off the seat and the gas tank. The gas tank is held on by two bolts underneath here, and then there's one going through the gas tank. That was kind of interesting. I couldn't find that right away, and I didn't know what was going on when I tried to pull the gas tank off. I also tried taking off these nuts here holding on this monstrosity, but they're rusted pretty good, and I think I may have stripped that one. So even soaking them in WD-40 for a little while, they're not moving. Let's see. I pulled out the spark plugs here. Let me show you this, and they look good. They're a little black. One second, I can show you in a moment. They're a little black, as you can see, but that may not mean anything given how long it's been since the bike has run. Hold on a sec. You can peer inside. Actually, I took a look inside the crankcase here into the chamber. You can't really see a whole lot. Of course, it's a tiny little hole, but you can see if you look carefully. There is actually a piston inside, and it looks a little dirty on top. But there's no rusting or scoring that I can see on the walls. So it looks pretty dirty inside though. So that could mean nothing. It could mean that maybe some of the piston rings are shot and it was getting oil, or it was just idling long or running rich. I should maybe get myself a compression tester and I can take a closer look at that. That'll tell me if the rings are good or not. What else? So I took off these covers here. This is where the valves, the springs and what have you are kept, and where you can do the ignition timing here. I'll pull this off and I'll show you. Okay, so I took off the cover there, and now you can sort of see inside. Because it doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look like there's really any rust or anything like that, and it looks like it's had oil in there recently, so it's nicely lubricated. I haven't bothered to check the timings, or the clearances rather. In order to do that, you need to be able to turn the engine over easily, rotate it back and forth to top dead center and that sort of thing. But the best way to do that is to rotate the rear wheel when the bike's in gear. But as I recently discovered, the rear wheel brake is seized. So between that and the fact that I can't put it into gear, I have no way of really rotating the engine very easily. So that'll have to wait. But that's not a big deal. I've kind of decided that I'd like to see if I can get the engine running before I tear the whole thing apart. So step one in that, I figured I was going to see if I could get the electronics working. See if I could get spark and that sort of thing. So there's no battery there, and even if there was, it would be ancient and unusable. I have a spare battery here from my old motorcycle, but it's far too big for the slot, and even though I can sort of rest it in there, the positive leads aren't long enough to reach it. So I'll have to rig something up there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see if I can get spark, and to see if the light bulb and the the turn signals and that sort of thing work. So that's definitely on my to-do list. After that, I'll probably take a look at the carburetors. See why they're not seating properly. See why they're half on the bike, half off. After that, I'm not sure. I'll probably have to inspect this the chain case, see why that's half on, half off, and see what's inside there. As I may have mentioned, I found a set of clutch plates in here. So that kind of goes a long way to answering the question of why the chain case was off. There's a few other things I discovered. Like I mentioned, the rear brake seems to be seized. I think so, and I'm not sure why that should be, except when I open up the reservoir right here. And I take out the diaphragm. You can see there is, well, you can't really see much. There is no fluid in there at all. It's bone dry. So there's no fluid in the rear brake system. Probably leaked out or something at some point. So I'll probably have to tear that out, inspect it, unseize it, and put some more fluid back in and see if I can figure out what's going on there. But yeah, the bike definitely feels a lot more manageable with the seat and the the seat in the gas tank off, you can get at things a heck of a lot easier, and this seems like a more realistic project. So that is kind of where I am at. Thanks for watching.